What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And we are here today with an historic rebuild, as they're going to be rebuilding the 2010 Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, before we get into this video, I saw Six Rings do some historic rebuilds lately, and I was thinking about doing some anyway recently, but it kind of just inspired me. So shout out to him, obviously, because obviously right now the NBA is kind of in a weird situation where we almost have trade deadline coming up. So of course we'll be addressing that, but I also thought it would be fun to dive into some historic rebuilds, and you know, why not do one of the most historic teams in NBA in the 2010 Oklahoma City Thunder. So if you guys enjoy this video, want to see more of these historic rebuilds, leave a like and of course subscribe if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate it. I also have a Madden rebuild channel if you're interested at all in that. But of course, Oklahoma City Thunder had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, the biggest what if in NBA history that we all love and know. James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. Eventually the Rockets got James Harden from the Thunder via trade, and the Thunder decided to go with Serge Ibaka and did not want to pay luxury tax, which is just all very interesting. So taking a look at this rotation right now, it's Russell Westbrook, Cephalosha, Kevin Durant, Jeff Green, Nick Collison, James Harden, Serge Ibaka, Chris Dick, and Maynard. And then we got Eden Thomas, Byron Mullins, DJ White, and extra player. So obviously just a filler. But Cephalosha, I honestly want to start James Harden obviously over Cephalosha, just because, you know, we all know what James Harden becomes in this game. So or in this league, I guess. It's not really even a game. And then Ibaka, they want to start Jeff Green over Ibaka, which I guess is fine. Jeff Green's an 83 overall, but I want to throw James Harden in there for like 31 minutes if possible. So look at the proficiency. Obviously, the coaches aren't going to be right, which is fine, though. It's not that big of a deal. So balance system with this starting five. I mean, let's just kind of see how this Thunder team does in 2K22 in the year of obviously 2010, 2011. As far as the draft class we have, obviously we just have the historic draft class. We have the 2010 draft class here with John Wall being at the top of the board. So I'm going to assume we're not going to have a draft pick, and I have all the draft picks reset. So we have every single draft pick. Obviously, the Thunder don't have all those first round picks that they have right now in real life. It's kind of reset since we are in the historic area right now. So let's go ahead and simulate to the end of this first season, see how this team performs, and see if this team would win a championship right away immediately. I don't think they would, but you never really know. Additionally, today's video is sponsored by Prize Picks, which is a DFS player props app that's matching up to a $100 deposit when you use my code Crushables. Let me show you. Prize Picks is a DFS app where you're literally facing no one other than the numbers. You're just facing the projections. Let me show you some of my past entries. So on this one, I decided to do a power play where I decided to bet the over on Rudy Gobert and Harrison Barnes. The power play was able to 3 times my money, and Rudy Gobert and Harrison Barnes were both able to hit, which mounted me to $150. On this one, I did a flex play with LaMelo, Fred VanVleet, Joe Harrison, Gordon Hayward. Unfortunately, Joe Harris was only like 3 points off. If he literally hit one of his threes, I would have walked away with $100. So unfortunate, but that's just what happens. But I didn't walk away with nothing, as I was still able to win $32 after only betting 21. So I didn't walk away with nothing. So you can decide whether or not you want to do flex plays or power plays. Feel free to use my link in the description. Of course, you can always ask me on Twitter if you have any questions, and use my code Crushables when you sign up. At the end of the season, Russell Westbrook actually ends up winning MVP, 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Tyreek Evans is your rookie of the year. Jamal Crawford is your 6th man. Dwight Howard's defense player, and Brook Lopez is your most improved. So honestly, what I should be doing is I should put in the old logos and old jerseys if I'm going to do historic rebuilds, just because it makes it look even more authentic. But I didn't really think about it today, which is fine. But maybe next time we do another one of these, we will think about that. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook both end up on the All-NBA first team. And LeBron James, I believe this is right before LeBron ended up going to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good for him, obviously. So here we go. Let's go into these playoffs, as we are the first seed. Obviously, back then there was no play-in tournament, which I could have probably have turned it off. But I guess it's fine for today. 31 points from Kevin Durant, 22 from Russell Westbrook, 16 from Jeff Green, and 14 from Mr. James Harden, and then 4 assists as well. 9 with Nick Collison, and 8.9 from Serge Ibaka. So let's just go ahead and see what we get to play from the play-in as we get the Denver Nuggets. So looking at the Denver Nuggets, they had Chauncey Billups, so big baller Billups, Aaron Aflalo, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Anderson, Hilario, J.R. Smith, Kenyon Martin, Ty Lawson, Joey Graham, and Anthony Carter. So is it weird? Is J.R. Smith not in 2K that he had to use like a created one, which is kind of interesting to me. I would figure that J.R. Smith was on one of those historic teams, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's on like the Nuggets, right? Unless if they took him out of the game. But here we go. Let's see if we can beat the Denver Nuggets in the first round, as we are going to sweep them. And now we get the Portland Trailblazers with Brandon Roy and Aldridge and Greg Oden, man. A big what if with Greg Oden. They have Andre Miller, Nicholas Batum, Aldridge, Greg Oden, Marcus Camby, Rudy Fernandez, Martell Webster, Jared Bayless, Juwan Howard, Dante Cunningham, and Jeff Aris. So let's see if we can beat Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge, as we are going to beat them in 7. So just like that, we're going to the Western Conference Finals to play the Dallas Mavericks, who have Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, Sean Marion, Dirk Nowitzki, Eric Dampier, Caron Butler, Brandon Haywood, JJ Barea, and Rod, I don't even know how to say that name, Deshaun Stevenson, and Eduardo Najera, and then extra player. Okay, so is this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the year the Mavericks actually went on to win it, or maybe not. Maybe this wasn't the year. Maybe it was the very next year when Miami had LeBron James. I think it's actually the very next year. So all right, so let's see if we can beat Dallas and get to the NBA Finals. So we're gonna lose in 6, unfortunately, to a Mavericks team, and we got the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis Antetokounmpo going on to win it all as the 8th seed. So if we take a look at this Bucks team, they had Andrew Bogut, John Salmons, Brandon Jennings, Michael Redd, Carlos Delfino. I mean, yeah, solid team, but definitely a little surprised that they went on to win it all. All right, let's get to the offseason. Obviously, we got a draft lottery here. So these will be no traded picks. This is just based off who was bad. So we have the Indiana Pacers winning the #1 overall pick, the Pistons winning #2, Grizzlies going '3, Nets 4, Knicks 5, 6 Wizards. Okay, so obviously we have to take a look at how that looks after this. As far as the staff, we're gonna just go ahead and fill this out. I mean, we don't really need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna kind of see how the team is going to develop as well. And we're also gonna have a draft pick, so we're gonna be able to sign, maybe rewrite history here, and obviously draft somebody with one of our later picks, and maybe get a steal in the draft. You never really know. So we're gonna sign a guard guru, and it looks like all we really need is a pro defensive coach, and we should be ready to go. So obviously one of my favorite rebuilds to do every year is going to be the 2010-2011 Oklahoma City Thunder, just because they were so damn historic, so entertaining. So here we go. We're going to go into the draft, and of course we are going to have, let's see what pick we have. We have pick number 28. So we have a very late draft pick, so we're going to be just adding to this core. Hopefully we can get somebody pretty good at pick number 28. This should be fun. So here we are on the board at pick 28. I want to see who's gone so far. So John Wall went #1 to the Indiana Pacers. We have Boris Livingston going #2 to the Pistons. Obviously, I think that is a computer-generated player. Unfortunately, 2K just has things like that in these draft classes, which is just quite stupid and lazy of them. DeMarcus Cousins went #3 to the Grizzlies. Paul George went #4 to the Nets. Gordon Hayward. Okay, so this is interesting. Nathan Cassell. That's not Nick. Or what was I going to say? That's not Sam Cassell. I don't know why I thought that was Sam Cassell. Okay, and then we got Charles McCoy, Alfred Camino. So I'm not really sure we're going to be able to get here. Let's see who is still available. That's a real person. Ed Davis is available. Sam Neal. You have Cedric Anthony, Cole Hardaway, JP Outlaw, Dwayne Atkins. So where's the real players, I guess you can say? Donald Lowe, Kenny Battle. There's just too many auto-generated, man. I got to see if I can find one on the... so you have Ed Davis, which obviously he was always a solid role player when he did play for certain teams. But not really seeing a ton of Trent O'Neal. I'm not really seeing a steal on the board in particular. There's just a lot of auto-generated players, which is just quite lame, but it's fine, I guess. All right, so the only real people I saw was like Ed Davis, and that was about it. So Ed Davis, and I think there was one more person, and Patrick Patterson. So who do I want to draft here? I guess I'll draft Ed Davis. I mean, I don't really see what else to do here. So we'll select Ed Davis. And I want to see if there was like a real person. So real players, obviously, most of those guys are real. So we got Ed Davis, who was a 73 overall. And then I want to see in the second round if there was a real person that went in the second round. And it doesn't particularly look like it. So yeah, so basically towards the end of the draft, we didn't really have a ton of players, which is really lame, but it is what it is. So Ed Davis, and we also got a auto-generated rookie and Marty Ingram. Player options, Jeff Green actually declines his contract, and I'm actually really curious and interested to see how free agency looks. So we have LeBron James. I don't know how much cap space we have. Whoa. We have the money to sign like LeBron or Carmelo or something like that. That's actually kind of insane because all these guys are on their rookie contract, right? Which is just fantastic. So salary cap breakdown, yeah, everyone is just making like little to no money. So we have the ability to sign a big time free agent, which is just so much fun. So Russell Westbrook and Eric Maynor, which I'm good with, so that's great. James Harden, Thabo Cephalosha at the shooting guard. We have Kevin Durant, the small forward. We have Serge Ibaka, Byron Mullins, and we have Ed Davis. So and Nick Collison and Ed Davis. So I mean, the thing we should be focused on the most is a center. But I mean, if you could bring LeBron James in, that'd be kind of crazy. Chris Bosh. Compare Chris Bosh on this team. Play him at center with James Harden. You got David Lee as well. Shaquille O'Neal, 38 years old Shaquille O'Neal. That would be fun. Jermaine O'Neal. So obviously the top of the draft or top of the free agency is LeBron and Carmelo, which would be a lot of fun. We also have Amari Stoudemire, which could be fun as well. 6'10", could play him at center. Darren Williams. But I kind of like the idea of bringing in Chris Bosh, 26 years old. I'm going to go ahead and go for Chris Bosh. I'm going to offer him a contract and see if he would accept it. So Chris Bosh, we are going to be his #1 offers. Chris Bosh, welcome to Oklahoma City. You're going to be a great center addition, and I think we should be able to sign Jeff Green back as well. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we did not have his bird rights. So actually, we do have the ability to sign someone else, though. So looking at this team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need a backup forward, basically. So backup forward spot, you have Peja Stojakovic, you have Quentin Richardson, Danilo Gallinari, a young Danilo Gallinari, Hito Turkoglu, Trevor Ariza, a young Trevor Ariza, and then you got Rashard Lewis, Troy Murphy, Al Harrington, Drew Gooden, Carl Landry, and then Hakeem Warwick. Okay, that's a throwback. E. Leon, Sheldon Williams. Okay, there's definitely some interesting players on the board. I don't know what I'm kind of looking at Peja Stojakovic, and I thought that would be kind of fun, but he's probably going to go down overall. Well, actually, I really don't know how it's going to work. Or we could go for a young Danilo Gallinari. But I'm going to go for Peja Stojakovic for 1 year. Why the hell not? Let's go for Peja to be our 1 year backup, our backup small forward. That way, Serge Ibaka could also start. So, curious to see how player progression is going to look in this. So, player progression, we have Peja Stojakovic going down. So, yeah, the progression is still going to work the same, which is good, I guess. So, you got Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, all going up in overall. And you also have Chris Bosh on the scene with Serge Ibaka. So, this front court right here just looks kind of insane. Honestly, Chris Bosh and Serge Ibaka, that front court looks kind of crazy defensively. So very, very excited to see how this is going to look. Starting five is going to be quite insane, I would think. So we should technically, actually, I want to see something real quick. So if I just search a 2011 draft class, since we just had a 2010, is there a better draft class out there available by somebody? 2011, we'll take a look at it. This is the highest downloaded one, so we'll take a look at it and see if it's better than 2K's auto-generated one. So let's take a real quick look. And so we have Kyrie Irving. We have Derek Williams. So, all right, let's just go down the board a little bit. Jim Fredette, Enes Kanter. Oh, yeah, this is a ton better. This is a ton better. So all I see, Norris Coles. I mean, I'm sure that's a typo, but unless if Norris Cole, actually, like Antonio Lane, that's a name I don't recognize. So maybe that's a real person. I don't know. So, I mean, I think it gets kind of auto-generated down here, but I could be totally wrong. Maybe these are real people. I just don't remember. I don't know. But, I mean, I'm sure it's better than 2K's. They definitely had a lot of players in here. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting five. So, they want to start... Okay, so Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Chris Bosh, Peja Stojakovic, Eric Maynor, Cephalosha, and Nick Collison. Just like that, this team is going to be crazy. So, balance is a 4.5 system. And then... 7 seconds is 4. So I think we're going to move this to a balanced system with our head coach right now. So just like that, moving this to a balanced system, we're going to see how this team is going to perform. I'm very excited to see. I mean, I think this team should be very, very good. James Harden, Chris Bosh, Kevin Durant. What more could you ask for? Serge Ibaka. I mean, this is going to be crazy. Let's see what happens. Simulate season number 2. Power ranking lands number 1. This team should go off. So Kevin Durant's going to go on to win MVP this year. 31 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 50-40-90 club, obviously, for one of the best scoring players we've ever seen in the game. Rookie of the year goes to Boris Livingston, so the most auto-generated player. Get the hell out of here. I don't even remember who won Rookie of the Year in 2010, 2011, so... wasn't it John Wall, right? Wasn't it John Wall? I feel like it was John Wall. I could be totally wrong, but give John Wall this award. And then 6th Man of the Year, Chauncey Billups, Josh Smith, Defensive Player, then Kyle Lowry, Most Improved, and Mark is your Coach of the Year, obviously, as we went off. So, All-NBA First Team, Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Durant, LeBron James actually went and stayed with Cleveland, so that is a little bit of a rewrite of history. Dwight Howard, and here's your All-NBA Second Team with Tyreek Evans, Stephen Curry, Carmelo, Kevin Love, Tim Duncan. And then here's your All-NBA third team, Stephen Curry, Carmelo. Actually, we just looked at that. Did I skip the second team? Yes, I did. Darren Williams, Nash, Dirk, Paul Pierce, and Brook Lopez. Okay. And then here's all defensive teams. Dwayne Wade, Drew Holiday, Smith, LeBron, Dwight Howard. And then you got Rajon Rondo, Kobe, rest in peace, Mamba. And then Andre Karolinko, Shan Marion, and Tyrese Thomas. All right. Here we go. Let's look at the player stats. So player stats this year, we had 32 from Kevin Durant, 19 from Chris Bosh, 17 from Russell Westbrook, and 15 from James Harden, and 11 from Peja Stojakovic, and then 9 from Serge Ibaka, 7 from Eric Maynor, and then 6 from Sefolosha, and 4.5 from Nick Collison. So here we go. Who are we playing? We're going to be playing the Dallas Mavericks, a team that actually eliminated us last year. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if we can beat them this year. Somebody current round against Dallas, and they did win game 1, but thankfully went on to the next 4. Now we get to play the Los Angeles Clippers. So Los Angeles Clippers got Darren Collison, Eric Gordon, Vic Black, Blake Griffin, Chris Kaman. So wait, oh no, Blake Griffin was already on this team, never mind. So Blake Griffin, Chris Kaman, I was wondering if they actually drafted him, but no, he was not in the 2010 draft class. So Craig Smith, DeAndre Jordan, a young DeAndre Jordan, and they do not have Chris Paul. So we are going to be playing either Memphis or LA on the other side. So here we go. Somebody current round against LA, and we are going to beat them. And now we get to play the Memphis Grizzlies, who actually beat the Lakers. So Memphis has Gilbert Arenas, Vince Carter. Okay. What a backcourt. Rudy Gay, Zach Randolph, Marcus Gasol, Mike Conley, OJ Mayo. Oh my gosh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Sam Young, DeMarcus Cousins. So this team came away with DeMarcus Cousins out of the draft and also signed Gilbert Arenas in free agency. So that's a big time acquisition. Unless if, no, yeah, they signed him in free agency. So W for them. All right. And then we got Chicago and Atlanta on the other side. So somebody current round against Memphis, and we are going to beat them in 5. So just like that, we get a Derrick Rose versus Russell Westbrook NBA Finals, which once upon a time, the NBA was debating on who the better point guard was, Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook. So you got Russell Westbrook, Harden, Kevin Durant, Ibaka, Bosh. Against, we got Derrick Rose, Kirk Heinrich, Luol Deng, Al Harrington, Joakim Noah, and Danilo Gallinari. Game 1, we're up 1-0, 33-8 from Chris Bosh, 27-7 from Kevin Durant. Game 2, we're up 2-0, looking good, 37-11 from Kevin Durant. Game 2-1, okay, and we're going to beat them in probably 5 games. Chicago gives up their best fight, but it's looking like we're going to win, obviously. So somebody are still in the game against Chicago and see if we can go on and win this, and it's looking pretty good thus far, as we are going to probably most likely beat them. I do want to get some gameplay though, just because I haven't played with these historic rosters, obviously, so I think this is going to be fun to jump in and try to cheese the system. So all right, not really cheese, but you get what I'm saying. We're going to try to score a bunch of baskets. All right, here we go. I want a screen from Chris Bosh, the pick and roll of Kevin Durant versus Chris Bosh. We're going to have Eric Maynor in the corner. So I couldn't tell who that was for a second. Eric Maynor in the corner. Very nice offensive possession there as we passed it out to the corner. Now we're going to be guarding Al Harrington, I believe, on Kevin Durant. So let's see what he's going to do here. Do we have Derrick Rose on the floor? It looks like it. No, Derrick Rose is not on the floor, actually. It looks like Shaq. Is that Shaq? It is Shaq. Okay. We got Danilo Gallinari missing a mid-ranger. I'm going to try to go coast to coast with Russell Westbrook. Looks like they have good I'm going to try to dunk. I'm going to try to dunk with Russell Westbrook. It's going to be there. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 99-135. And man, oh man, was this team ton of fun. This was a lot of fun to watch this team. Just sucks that the Thunder did not keep this team together. So Al Harrington, again, what's he going to do? I got good defense with Kevin Durant here. He's going to pass it out to Allen. He's going to go ahead and post up a little bit. Gallinari, Russell Westbrook. You got Taj Gibson. You got Eric Maynor on him. Very, very big mismatch, but they got 4 seconds left. They're going to go ahead and try to shoot a 3. They're going to go to Gallinari in the post, and actually, that was a pretty good possession out of them. Definitely last-second shot. All right, let me see if I can maybe get another dunk here. Can I get around Gallinari? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Let's go. Russell Westbrook, coast-to-coast defense, or dunk, not defense. I don't know why I said defense. Okay. Now we're going to try to shoot a couple threes with Mr. Kevin Durant, or even James Harden. We'll see. All right, what does Al Harrington want to do? He's going to go to Gallinari in the corner, or the mid-range. I don't know why I said corner, and boom, just like that, we get the rebound. Let's go to James Harden in this possession. Why the hell not? So James Harden, let's see if I can score a 3 with him, actually. You know, just kind of like do those moves he does now. All right. That might not be there. It's not going to be there. We almost got the offensive board, unfortunately. I kind of backed up a little bit too further than I wanted to. Gallinari's got the rebound. It sucks Derrick Rose ain't out here right now. I want to kind of see what he would do against us. But you know what? Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Al Harrington, James Harden. Obviously, this is one of the more easier rebuilds of the historic rosters. You got 3 generational talents on one roster. I mean, what more can you ask for? And then adding Chris Bosh to this team, like, how unstoppable can you get? So let's go to Kevin Durant. Again, if you guys want to see more of these historic rebuilds, though, definitely let me know down in the comments. I mean, this one's going to be more of a shorter one, obviously, because this is one of the easier ones. But definitely wouldn't mind going back to some more not realistic, I guess. This would be, oh, let's shoot a 3 with Rust. Why not? And almost went in. But yeah, this is obviously a historic rebuild, and I want to do more of these if you guys enjoy them. So definitely let me know down in the comments if you guys would love to see more of these historic rebuilds, because they're definitely a lot of fun just to switch things up a little bit. So they're going to take out everyone. Now we have the reserves in. So let's see what we can do with Nick Collison out here. I'm going to put, and is that, no, I don't think that's Ricky Rubio, is it? It looks like Ricky Rubio, but I don't believe it is. All right, Nick Collison, I'm going to go to you. I'm going to try to score on Shaq. Okay, Kevin Durant's actually still out here, so maybe, never mind. I'm sorry, Nick Collison. I'm going to go to Kevin Durant. He is going to, never mind. So, well, guys, that is going to do it for me. A little bit of a shorter rebuild today, obviously. One of the more easy rebuilds. This is just to introduce the idea. If you guys want to see more of historic rebuilds, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. And obviously, we can make them longer next time, but this is just one of the more easier ones. Obviously, I could probably 3-peat easily. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, this would be one of the easier 3-peats ever, so not really sure why there's even any point to keep simulating. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more of these. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.